everyone doing? Hopefully you all are having a great and wonderful Friday. We got the weekend very soon, or rather I should say some of you all are probably going to start your weekend early. I thought it'd be kind of cool to see two of me because I'm having some afternoon coffee with my Rainforest Cafe mug. I showed this mug in the last couple videos of mine. I think it was like 2-3 videos ago. I actually got some people commenting saying, yeah, I've actually been to a Rainforest Cafe restaurant. So cheers, afternoon coffee. If you're not drinking a coffee, you got a beer in your hand, well, I guess you're having an early Friday, right? Cheers either way. Hopefully everyone's having a great day. If you're not, then I hope the start of the weekend tomorrow is going to be utterly amazing for you. We got an action-packed video today, so please make sure to smash the like button if you're new here. I'm going to make this playlist as a top pin comment. We got a lot of stuff to cover today, talking about gains on old school RuneScape, RS3. Going to be talking a little bit about 2004 Scape as well, but this video is going to be primarily old school RuneScape based. But all my podcast style videos are here. It says 8 months ago, but I really don't believe it. Last August, I uploaded my first podcast style video. I believe it was August 24th. It feels so much longer than it actually, is and stuff. But, I mean, if you want some podding experience, you got, well, soon to be 80 videos now. But, okay. So, we're gonna be, wow. Oh, boy. We're gonna be talking about a lot of things that I want to cover because I got to come to a realization on this game, and that is that I don't know what to blow my load on. Oh, that sounds kinky, right? Yeah, that kind of really does. I'm probably going to end up buying some, new range armor and stuff, but I have accumulated a lot of GP on this game. I love how I'm wearing oh, this is definitely not orange. Oh, colorblind. I'm wearing my banana yellow polo. It kind of blends into the background here. But I have a lot of GP on this game, and I really don't know what to buy. If I could make one wish right now, if I had, a gun pointed to my head, I would actually wish for there to be a way for there to be more hours throughout the day so I could play RuneScape more. Yeah, I mean, screw wishing for wealth. Screw wishing for, living forever. I just want to be able to play RuneScape longer. Over the last couple weeks, I've actually only been able to really play RuneScape for maybe about 3-4 hours a day. Compared to how I used to play this game, I mean, you're talking 7, 8, 9, 10 hours. Some of you guys out there are so damn lucky. I wish I could live those days again, but, afternoon coffee, cheers. It's, definitely not possible right now for me. But, yeah, I mean, I'm honestly really unsure of what to buy on old school RuneScape, and this is, probably never happened to me before. Let's go ahead and back some stuff up here, and I'm going to be the backwards man right now because I do want to talk about some great things that some of you all maybe have been following, some of you all maybe not. If you have been following my podcast series, then you know that once a month I go ahead and sell my GP loot tab. And last month I made some pretty decent gains. I made 65 mil. Since I've been tracking my GP loot tab since it was last June was the first month that I started, I've been making a consistent 50 mil plus each month, and honestly it's just been going up. Now I'm making consistently above 60 mil each month, and I mean, if you're playing RuneScape for maybe 3-4 hours out of the day, for me to make that much GP, that's really not bad at all. But ironically, I ended up selling my loot tab this month, which consisted of pretty much the same thing as last month. My birdhouse runs, my birdhouse tabs, Not to mention, I incorporated my mining tab as well, which is definitely new. Now, there is a problem. I could not screenshot my mining tab, but as for my birdhouse tab, it was about 41 mil. Last month, I believe it was like 39, 40 mil. That's not insanely bad if you really think about it. I'm pretty much staying consistent with 5,000 birdhouse nests every month. And the only way that this number is going to go down is if the price of birdhouses pretty much tanks. And I don't really think that's going to be anytime soon. They're still pretty, like, useful on the game. If anything, they might go back up to, like, 8,000 each, which means I'm just going to make a lot more GP. But I ended up cashing out 41 million GP for this month, which, like I said, no complaints at all. Last month, I ended up making 65 million GP. And as for this month, I believe my history is... Oh, yes! Yes! Woo! The history tab. Yeah, screw you, rubies. Coal, I did pretty well on coal. Screw you, diamonds. Rune, I did really good on Rune. Really good on Adior. And then I did really good on Mithril and Gold Ore. I mean, you think Gold Ore would be more than Mithril, but this is RuneScape. So, I mean, overall, it was not really a bad month, like, it's at all. I ended up cashing out with 65 million GP. Ironically, that is the same as last month, so I really don't have anything to complain about. I am getting closer to 99 mining. There will probably be a drop party and a live stream for 99 mining party. Woohoo! After 99 mining, I gotta flip a coin. Because if I choose to do agility, my AFKing life is over. Probably for like a good 2.5, maybe 3 months. No more movie watching for me at night. Oh no. Oh no, that's gonna be misery. Now if I do Slayer... Oh! Woo! Woo! Metalheads! Fucking Slayer! Slayer is going back on tour. Can you believe that? If you are a metalhead, you should be happy. I have seen Slayer 2 times. 2018, 2019. Now I'm going to see Slayer in 2025. Like they literally want to die on stage. Tom, the lead singer... He has literally stated, he's like, if we're going to die somewhere, we're going to die of like a heart attack on stage. Oh, yeah, Slayer's actually going on tour. Like, dude, it's unreal. Those people have more money than you can ever imagine talking about money. They could probably buy like trillions of GP on RuneScape through bonds if they really wanted to. Actually, like, probably even more than trillions, like quadzillions. But yeah, that is incredible. If you're a metalhead, you should appreciate that. I could train Slayer to 99. That could also make me a lot of GP. Rune crafting, I mean, it's not AFKable until I get to Blood Runes at Zia, which is 77. So I could kill my AFK life. And then I could just, get back to an AFK. But I honestly don't know. And then when Sailing gets released... we'll talk about that later on. But, yeah, so I ended up making 65-ish million GP. And, let's go ahead and do some, mathematics here. 65 plus... Okay, so I have made 722 million GP since, June of last year. So how many months? Oh, wow. That's almost a year. That's actually really, like, not bad if you think about it. So let's say, hypothetically, that I make another 65 million GP, right? For this coming month, for like, next month and stuff. So I go ahead and make 65 million GP. And that gives me, we divide it by 12. That means my monthly average is, wow. 65 million GP is my monthly average. You guys tell me, Do you think making 65 million GP on this game by doing little to no effort is a lot? If you say no, you're probably just a crusty crab. Yeah, I mean, that's about like 2 mil a day. And shit, man. I'm not a raider. The new boss came out, Yuma, which I do want to talk a little bit about. And we're going to be moving into the next subject here too. You know, what did somebody just drop something good? What can I really blow my load on as for like items and stuff? And I would have to sell a lot of my bank, like a tremendous amount of my bank, to actually be able to afford a Scythe. But it is on, like, my radar of something pretty much, like wanting to do. Now, if anything that I could really cash out on, I did buy a bunch of Third Age items last year for basically pretty much as, like, an investment. And I paid 405 million GP for them. And I could always cash out of them. I could always sell a lot of other items as well, too. Well, shit. I guess my investment's pretty much crashed. So, I am in the red. What? Did they really crash? Yeah, I guess it kind of did. Wow, Third Age items are actually plummeting. Well, that's what I kind of get for not paying attention to this game, right? Yeah, I kind of guess so. But otherwise, no. On a serious note, the Scythe ended up taking a pretty big drop yesterday, and it ended up freaking out, like, a lot of people. Just look at this, like, chart. It's unreal. Yeah, it actually took, like, a pretty big, like, nosedive and stuff. I believe the street price got, like, negative 300 million GP. So it went from, like, 1.8 maybe to, like, 1.5, maybe even, like, lower. A lot of people in my clan were freaking out, and I'm like, it's RuneScape GP. But then again, it's RuneScape GP. It's RuneScape GP! It does freak out a lot of people. But I mean, the Scythe is literally, it is a great weapon on this game. I've used it before by having a friend lend it to me, and I used it, I believe, during a live stream, not a video. And I mean, it's a great, like, weapon to actually have. But it is literally unreal how whenever I actually go ahead and talk about the Scythe, it ends up going up more, like, in price. I was talking about the Scythe last year about how it's so expensive. I kind of really missed my chance to really buy one. And then go figure, it went from 1.2 now as high as like 1.8, which is just unbelievable. But I remember actually looking at the Scythe back in, it was, I think, like middle of 2023. I made some videos on it, and I also, this was actually when I think that I used it during a live stream, was back in 2023. And it's the fact that, in my opinion, the greatest melee weapon that this game has ever seen just crashed entirely. And then, of course, it got propped back up. What was one of the reasons why it skyrocketed? Well, obviously, you had raids influence a lot of it. When I say raids, I mean the new raid basically came out. Toa, or yeah, it's not. Oh boy, I'm terrible with them. You got Cox as the first raid, Tobe as the second raid, Theater of Blood, and then the new raid is Tombs of Assholes, Anuses. I honestly can't remember the A word. It's like Astra. Yeah, we'll just go with the Ass Man. A friend of mine actually just got a new license plate, and sent him a picture of the Seinfeld episode of the Ass Man license plate. Is Seinfeld, like, too long of a show? I feel like no one talks about Seinfeld. No one talks about Friends anymore. The TV show Seinfeld, the TV show Friends. Or are we all just getting very much older? Arnold Schwarzenegger is literally probably going to pass away maybe in less than 20 years. maybe sooner. It's like, man, movies and TV shows are just like passing us by. But is it really time for me to put some GP into buying this? I honestly don't know how I would be able to come up with the amount of GP to buy this thing, unless if I liquidated like all of my bank and I went on like a old school RuneScape like mission to really remake my bank. But it's very hard to make GP now on old school RuneScape. Like, I'm talking about like big GP, really big GP on the game, unless you are a raider or a phenomenal PKer. Or unless you're partaking in some illegal gambling, death matching activity, maybe. But if you're just like a skiller, oh, forget about it. Now, on 2004 Scape, if I was a skiller, or let's say I am a skiller, and I just chose to like mine pure essence, and I just chose to spin flax, Nightmare's going to be in the money like extremely quickly. Like, more quickly than you can ever imagine. But on old school RuneScape, just forget about it. Like it's one of those things where it's very hard for me to do. But something that is not entirely hard for me to do is I could probably most likely swing maybe slash weapons, Theater of Blood. Yeah, so Theater of Blood, all this. Let's see. Rapier I got. The Defender I got. This staff, 82 magic. How much is this? I do need to do a lot of upgrading on my weaponry, especially if I do go the Slayer route. Where is this? How much GP are you? It's not going to give me the GP price over here. Let's see. Uncharged. Uncharged is 51 mil. Yeah, that's absolutely poop. utterly poop. More than you can imagine. But something like this is very much doable. I would have to transfer a lot of GP from RS3, or I'd have to buy a lot of bonds to be able to actually afford a Scythe. And I mean, it's just a game in all retrospect, but hypothetically, if the Scythe were to continue to crash, how much GP would it take for me to buy it? I could probably most likely swing maybe like a bill. But I learned a very valuable lesson, and I want to see if I can actually go ahead and pull this up here. I think I probably can. This is going to be a very valuable lesson. Well, actually, it's not really a valuable lesson. It's a stupid investment that I ended up making. Let's see. Back in 2011. Oh, yes, it is here. Let's see. Divine Spirit Shield. Hold on. Divine, where are you? Divine Spirit Shield. Hang on with me. Okay. So, check this out here on the screen. We want you here. Okay. So this is a Divine Spirit Shield on RuneScape 3. It is currently 9.4 to 12.4 million GP. 12 million GP on RuneScape 3. With all the inflation, that's like the equivalent of maybe like a nickel. It's in like retrospect of like actual USD, it's nothing. So if you were to go back all the way, I honestly don't even think this is going to allow me to go all the way back. Yeah, it's not going to end up allowing me. I'm on le.gg. Yeah, it doesn't. I thought this website would actually allow me to go all the way back. Maybe if I look up the history. Hold on one second. RuneScape Divine Spirit Shield. I'm trying to find the price back in 2012. Because this one item completely, just absolutely screwed me. Oh, I found it. Okay, this is going to be good. So, for my OG long-time viewers here, if you remember Once Upon a Time, back in 2010, or rather, I should say 2009, Spirit Shields came out, aka the Corporal Beast. These shields were the most expensive item in the game, along with like Torva. And it ended up peaking back in 2011. Now, my life was incredibly busy during this period, but I would actually flip, buy low, sell high, like flipping 101 items. I was actually flipping Divine Spirit Shields. And I ended up buying when it was way up here, around 1 billion GP. I believe I paid exactly 1 billion GP for it. And then I didn't really pay attention to it. And about 1 year later, give or take, it went down in price. And I said, you want to know what? It's still a good shield. And then EOC came out, Evolution of Combat, and it's gone! And it's gone! It's gone! I actually still have the Spirit Shield in my RS3 bank, believe it or not, to this day. So the point that I can say is that if I buy a Scythe right now, who the hell knows if it's going to do something like this? Would this piss me off on old school RuneScape? Oh, it would. Because old school RuneScape GP is a lot harder to make than RS3 in my opinion. So it would definitely irritate the bananas out of me. Now, if the Scythe were to come back down to 1.2 bill, I think my old school RuneScape bank is about like 2.5 bill. Would I put half my bank into it? I probably would, and then I would just do a lot of PVM to try and make my GP back. But then again, I mean, you gotta really use the weapon well, otherwise you're just gonna lose value on it. It brings me to my last point. What would I use the Nauseous Scythe for? I would probably most likely use it for camping at God Wars, and I would make an effort to learn how to actually do raids and potentially try to make some GP. If I were to legitimately suck at doing raids, well then, goodbye Nauseous Scythe, I'd take my GP back. But I would probably most likely make an effort. But, I mean, yeah, I don't really think it's quite there yet for me to actually, like, liquidate a lot of my RuneScape little GPs and go all in on the Scythe and stuff, but it really does make me wonder, if I had a Scythe, if I had, like, all the great armor and weapons, would I still suck at doing raids? Oh, yes, I probably would. No doubt in my mind, but it would be great live streaming content, I think. Speaking about live streaming content, I'm going to try to do some streaming this weekend. I know this might very well be unpopular for a lot of you hardcore RuneScapians out there, but believe it or not, it is that time of year again. It's RuneScape 3 period time. When I say RuneScape 3 period time, Double EXP is back. I'm going to be 120 Necromancy, which is pretty awesome. Augmented Runecrafting and Thieving. It's RuneScape 3 is like EasyScape. But once again, if you have a RS3 account, and if it is the same account as your old school RuneScape account, and you do not take advantage of Double EXP, in my opinion, you're literally just wasting shit. Because there are a lot of people that only log on to RuneScape 3 to do Double EXP live, and I mean, that does make a lot of sense. But if your RuneScape 3 account is not membered at all, and I believe Double EXP is membered only. Let's see. I'm not entirely sure if it's membered. I know right now they're doing microtransactions out the yin yang and stuff, which go figure, but then again, I mean, it's Jagex, that's how they make money. But otherwise, yeah, I mean, Double EXP, I'll get to 120 Necromancy, which is pretty awesome. Probably use a bunch of protein things to level up my crafting, because 110 crafting is going to be right around the corner. And as for rune crafting, yeah, I'm not doing rune crafting. Screw that. Oh, screw that entirely. But otherwise, we got a lot of great things, like, pretty much emerged on, like, RuneScape and stuff, which is awesome. And, oh yeah, how could I completely forget about it? I mean, this is only, like, the hottest topic right now among anything. Boom. This is actually a really awesome looking dude. In a way, this kind of looks like Zammy, like God War's Zammy boss. Pretty much like after just beefing up from the gym. I mean, it really does. Yama, I think that's how you pronounce this doodad. Yeah, I mean this thing is like obviously the hot topic of old school RuneScape. Combat level of, whoa boy, 1238, size 5x5. Obviously a variant from the Zammy boss, which is why it pretty much looks like a Zammy boss here. Holding a souped up battle axe, which is double-bladed battle axe, which is super awesome. But in my opinion, RuneScape really just never lives a dull day. We got great updates on old school RuneScape. We got great updates on RuneScape 3. As for 2004scape, I've made a lot of videos and stuff on there. And, I mean, the amount of people on 2004scape, unfortunately, is kind of really, like, decreased. I mean, facts are facts. I do love playing 2004scape, but it's kind of really hard for me to allocate a lot of my time. I really got to finish 99 mining. I really want to do a big drop party for you guys and also do a big live stream. So I'm kind of really like picking and choosing my battles right now when it comes to time and stuff. Then on the flip side, I do want to do some stuff on RuneScape 3 for double EXP. The greatest thing about 2004scape is that you can literally save your progress. So just in case it goes bye-bye, your character progress can be saved, which is awesome. But, yeah, I'm probably going to end up producing 2004scape content maybe a little slower. Probably upload a new 2004scape video maybe sometime next week, but this weekend, my next video is probably going to be RuneScape 3 base because I'm going to be making a lot of gains over this weekend as well. And we'll just really take it from there. I really appreciate each and every single one of you all that follow along this journey of mine still. I honestly don't know what to call this journey other than a gigantic conglomerate of just, cheers and coffee, right? Oh, boy. I really do love each and every single one of you out there. I think that pretty much sums up this video entirely. Just stick with your goals, and not only on this game, but also your life goals as well. If you are working towards gym gains, continue to work for them. If you're working towards weight loss gains, continue to stay motivated and continue losing weight. If you're self-healing your body, continue to self-heal. If you're, going in the other direction, not healing your body, if you want to make a bettering life decision, it kind of really sucks, but sometimes you got to cut down on the boozing and cut down on the sugaring, right? Otherwise, yeah, definitely let me know down below what your all opinions on just anything that I talked about in this episode. And for anyone out there that does know anyone in life with some kidney issues, any type of health issues, definitely check out my playlist. This is going to be in the description also. I ended up doing some interviews with great doctors and researchers. For me, I honestly cannot be better than ever. Cutting out the sugar and the booze for my life has really tremendously improved my health drastically. More videos of that to come in the near future. And yeah, just continue. Please continue to better your life and better your health. And I will see you all on the next video in a couple days. If you don't see this until after the weekend. Hopefully, y'all had a great weekend. Otherwise, take it easy, everyone, and